You're live. That's what it says. You are live. What's going on, Preloader Nation? How's everybody doing on this? What day is it? Wednesday. I never know what day it is anymore. It's the life of a retired guy, I guess. Okay, let's see what we got on here. Let me turn this thing down. All right, what's going on, guys? Thank you for the like. Whoever hit the like, I don't know who hit it, but thank you. We'll wait for some more people to get on here, of course. How you guys doing? Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button when you get a chance. What's going on, Everyday Faye? Papa D Rides, how you guys doing? Frank, what's going on? Good evening. Jamal, what's going on? Yeah, I went sport. That's we'll talk about that. Brad, what's going on? Brad from New Jersey, what is going on? Good to see you guys. Mike, what's going on, brother? Yeah, Mike, we got to talk. I'm pretty sure you know what we have to talk about, but we're going to talk about some stuff tonight too regarding you. Nick, what's going on? A different Jamal, what's going on? Again, Jamal, that's Jamal Karim. Congratulations on the house. And the picture you sent of your kid riding the bike on the block, that's what's up. That's what makes it all worth it. You're absolutely right. Nick, what's going on? Russ, how you doing? Present. Ray's Moto, good evening. Gorfiend. Hey, buddy, new subscriber here. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you. Terry, what's going on? Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't already. I like to keep the likes even with the amount of people that are in here. Right now, we got 46 people in here. Chanel, hey, Rob, from Colorado. How you doing? I usually try to give this about 10 minutes before I get into what we're actually going to talk about, guys. But you guys asked me how I'm doing. How are you guys doing? Are you preloaded and keeping it loaded? Are you practicing? Everyday Faye, I know I'm not going to have you in here for long. I don't know how you do it. If you watch Everyday Faye's videos, guys, that's the name of her YouTube channel. Especially when she did the video of a day in the life of Everyday Faye. Every time she talks about sleeping, it's always a nap. It's never, okay, I'm going to bed. It's like I'm going to take a nap. I don't know how she does that. Actually, I can't say, holy shit, what's going on, buddy? Russell, what's going on? Anonymous Baka, how you doing, buddy? But I can't say that because I know when I was grinding, especially as a cop, yeah, I was 4 hours of sleep. That was pretty much it for me every day, 4 hours sleep. I would work one job, get off that job, and I'd actually go to another job, work 8 hours, go home, sleep for 4 hours, do the same thing again the next day. So I get it, but you know, I'm not comparing myself to her. She's got kids, you know, she's a superwoman. And she works the late shift too. That's not for everybody. There's no problem for me. Kim, what's going on? Ohio checking in. We're going to talk about Ohio tonight. That's why I told Mike I got to talk to him. I take 2-3 naps a day. What are you, a newborn? Oh my gosh. Jamal said, LOL, I'm moonlighting right now. There you go. That's what it's all about, baby. Dave, what's going on? What is going on? Sandy, you said what's going on? Oh, thanks, Sandy. Sandy, I appreciate the $9.99 on the super chat. On the, what is it? Super chat? Yeah. I appreciate that, Sandy. Thank you. B. Derryberry. Robert, are you bringing merchandise when you come? No, I'm not bringing any merchandise. Steve Robbins, hello from Illinois. Very nice. John E. Love your vids. The DMV inspector that failed me pointed to your channel. Changed my whole outlook. Beautiful, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. And kudos to that DMV inspector. You know, it's so important. Love you too, Sandy. Oh, it's a sticker. Okay. $9.99. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Bill said, I don't take naps. They just happen. I used to take naps on the way home, involuntary. They were very short, 2 to 3 second naps. This is before they had cars that steered themselves. DC Cycler, what's going on? Need a sticker for the Chieftain. All right, so I got new stickers. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. So I'll definitely have them before I get, let me not say definitely, because they're supposed to be here. I should have them before I get to Tennessee. And I'll talk to you guys about that as well. I don't even have that on my, yes, I do. I have that on my list. It's actually the first thing on my list. Terry Bolden, you always up late. I am. I'm a night person. That's why when I'm talking about everyday Faye and working the night shift, that was nothing for me because whether I was off or working, 3, 4 in the morning, I'm going to be awake. So may as well be making some money, right? So, and you know, and the department I work for, that's night shift differential if you work the late shift. So if you work the 4 to 12 shift, you had, I think night shift differential started at 10 o'clock, I think, maybe 9. So you got a few hours of it. Of course, if you worked the late shift, your whole shift was night shift differential. So this is why a lot of people would, right before they were going to retire, maybe a couple of years before they were going to retire, they would request to be switched to the night shift, kind of pad that pension. All right. The 300 kid. Hello, what's going on? Jamal said, are you still coming in October? Am I still coming in October? No. Coming where? Well, I don't have any plans to go anywhere in October, so I could say the answer is no to that. Dirty Infant, hello from Maryland. How you doing? Maryland. Now, that's one place I'm going, but not in October. It's going to be in September. That's the plan. Andy, what's going on? Have a safe trip. Thanks, brother. A couple more days before that. Jamal said Maryland. No. That's going to be in, the plans for that are September, right? I'm going to talk about that. All right, guys, let me get into it. All right, guys, do me a favor before I get into it. 61 people in here, 38 likes. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Unless you don't like it, then don't hit it. All right, guys. Now, for this live session, I just realized this. I didn't realize this, but whenever we set up a live session as content creators, we have options. One option, it's going to ask us, do we want this to be available for our members? And members are V.I.Preloaders. That's what that means. Those are paid subscribers. And I do my live sessions primarily for V.I.Preloaders. 6door74, what's going on? Extra 5K a year at midnight. That's right. Night shift differential. All about the night shift differential. Then there's an option for subscribers only. And then there's another one for everyone. Now, I didn't see the one that says subscribers. So that's the one I picked today. So I know for a fact now that everyone that's in this live chat, they're subscribed to my channel. And it actually gives you it gives you an option to pick how long a person has to be subscribed to get in. So of course I picked 5 minutes because I think that's the minimum. But you know, at the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, most content creators will tell you guys this. A lot of people are not subscribed to the channel they love and watch all the time. That's true in Preloader Nation. That's true everywhere. So technically they're not preloaders if they're not subscribed. But this is why you always hear me and other YouTube content creators say, guys, hit the subscribe button, check to make sure you're still subscribed, because I just learned recently that sometimes YouTube unsubscribes people. I don't know why that would happen, but you know, apparently it does. Nikisia, what's going on? I heard you've been practicing, Nikisia. I love to hear that. Love it. Glad you're still doing your thing. Yeah, Abusa, I hear you, man. I hear you. Abusa said it makes no sense. It's free and takes 1 second. Yeah, I know. So I don't think that anybody is doing it deliberately, but I do think that people don't understand the importance of what it does to help the content creator, especially if it's somebody that you really, really appreciate and you want to show your appreciation and you want to do it for free. Boom. That's how you do that. All right. Glenn, coming from Detroit. What's going on, brother? All right, guys. So I'm not going to be on here long. How many times have you guys heard that on a live session? And next thing you know, it's 2 hours in. But that's my plan. I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's Wednesday. If it's Wednesday, I already know Everyday Faith got to work tonight. So I don't expect her to be on here too long. Keith, what's going on, brother? Ready for Tennessee? Yeah, I'm ready. We're going to talk about that. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about, guys. So Tennessee, the Tennessee practice session. That's going to be on the 12th, guys. That's Sunday. All right. I still have spaces open for that practice session. If that's something that you guys are interested in, send me an email. Don't waste time because it's a few spots left, not many. And that should be good. That's starting at 9 a.m. That's going to be at Bootlegger Harley Davidson. I've sent out a bunch of stuff about that. So if you have any questions, just check my Instagram, check YouTube, check the community tab. It's a bunch of information out there about it. And if you're not going to participate, but you just want to come hang out, of course, you're always free to do that too. So that was the thing that was, I have to admit, a little distracting about my Maryland practice session. There were so many people there, right? And the weather was so nice that I wanted to talk to people and converse and, more than I wanted to kind of do the practice session thing for a little while. Of course, I always want to do that, but I definitely want to do that. But I know that time is money literally out there. Plus it was hot. So we had to get it done. And we had 14 motorcycles. So, and I try to keep the number at 10 for these, for my, especially the practice sessions and the traveling practice sessions, but it's so difficult to do that. It's hard for me to, I can do it easier here in Pooler, Georgia for people that are around here. And even that's difficult. If somebody want to come out and practice and I say my limit's 10, and one person comes, which they shouldn't be anyway, because you need a reservation. And then I have 11. I'm not going to say, sorry, guy, I'm full. I just can't do that. And if it's 2, 3, I know I can't do it. But I try, guys. I try. Either way, we get it in. Okay. I'm going to go back to the comments after I go through a couple of things. I think that's the best way to do that. Okay. Practice session, traveling practice session, Sunday. Everybody knows that's, if you don't know, that's $250 per person. And I had to tell a V.I.Preloader this. He wasn't aware. He goes, oh, so he wanted me to come out to St. Louis to do a traveling practice session. And I'm like, I mean, all right, but it's I forgot how much I told him it was going to cost. And he said, well, good thing I'm a V.I.Preloader. So I said to him, I have to be very clear about this. V.I.Preloaders can practice with me and any practice session I have in Pooler, Georgia for free, period. Now, if I'm traveling, I can't do that I can't offer that same thing. And that's just, if you think about it, that's common sense. I'm a nice guy. I'm a giving guy, but I'm not a stupid guy either. It's got to make sense. And if I'm traveling a long, long distance, trust me, I'm not doing it to get rich. I wish if I can snap my fingers and appear at every place that people want me to do a traveling practice session, I would absolutely do it. Or even better, of course, it's better because the next one I'm going to give you is actually realistic. If someone had a location for me to do a practice session and he had a sufficient amount of cones and they had a motorcycle for me and I can just fly there and do it, I would do that too. Absolutely, I would. All right. Anyway, let me stay on topic. That is kind of on topic, but now Saturday, guys, Saturday, I'm going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee as well. I'm actually arriving on Saturday. Now I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the product Let's Roll for you guys that don't know. And I did a video on it. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, just go back and actually, it might be the last video I put out or the second to, I don't know, but you're not going to have to dig deep to find it. Amazing product, guys. Amazing. It's definitely going to be helpful for a few of you guys. I know for a fact it will, either for moving your motorcycle around easily in your garage or in your driveway, because you can do that as well, or for storing your motorcycle, being able to just roll it against a wall, and that allows it to be upright so that it doesn't take up the extra room that you lose when you put it on the kickstand. Now, for some of us, that's not a big deal, but if you got tight confines in your garage, every inch counts. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway on the 11th, and that's going to be at Bootlegger Harley Davidson. Now, I'm going to be giving out tickets for this. It's a raffle, but it's not a raffle where you have to buy anything, right? between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. I'll be there. Come up to me. What's up, Rob? Can I get a raffle? Boom, give you a raffle. 5:30 p.m. I'm going to draw a ticket. And whoever's ticket that is, they're going to win this thing. Now, this thing, it's a scissor lift, and it is a dolly, right? The dolly has nice 4-inch casters, and all of them swivel. So this is where this differentiates from a jack, right? I have a J&S jack that rolls very nicely, but it rolls nicely like this. And you can turn it like this. But obviously a dolly with 4 casters that turn, you can turn it like this too. You can roll it sideways. So just to be clear, this is not a jack, right? You're not going to pick this up to work under the motorcycle. You could do some things like that, clean the wheels and stuff like that. But it's not meant to replace a jack as far as the height that you want to lift the motorcycle. But that jack is just meant to lift the motorcycle high enough to roll the dolly under it and then lower it on the dolly. Then you're free to move the motorcycle about. All right. So that product is about $630, I think. So it's a great giveaway. All right. So do your due diligence on that. Let's roll. And if you're interested in that raffle between 3 and 5, be a bootlegger Harley Davidson. All right, guys. Let's see. So also, guys, by the time I get to Tennessee, that ride is going to be gone already. So I'm not going to be riding in Traveling Tall's ride. But like I said, I'll definitely be at Bootlegger Harley Davidson, God willing, when you guys get back. All right. So again, the giveaway is great. I'm looking forward to that. The practice session on Sunday is going to be great. But you guys know what I'm always looking forward to. I'm looking forward to FaceTime, spending time with you guys. It's not like I can see you guys every day. So that's why that's always the most important thing to me. Love that. And I'm going to have my new batch of stickers. If you already got a sticker from me, the nice round, do I have? Actually, I don't have any to even show you, but if you have the one with the new, actually there's one on the back of my laptop. That's not going to help you because I'm on my laptop. If you already have that sticker, just let me know. But for people that don't have it, like there was a few people in Maryland, they were like, hey, I'm a V.I.Preloader. Where's my sticker? I was like, I ran out, man. I'm sorry. I really didn't expect that many people to show up in Maryland. So Maryland was good. Okay. So that's all I have as it pertains, guys, to Tennessee. And after the practice session in Tennessee, that's it. I'm going to pack up and I'm going to head back home. Now, on Saturday, what I'm planning on doing is when I get into Tennessee, I know it's going to be too early for me to check into my hotel unless they allow me to do an early check-in. My plan is to head over to the Dragon, and I want to ride the Dragon, and I want to ride it alone, and I want to record it the way I like doing my recordings. The camera angle that I use so that you're looking at my motorcycle from up and from the back. Like, I don't like it right over me, but I like it to be up and behind me. To me, that's the best camera angle on the motorcycle there is. It's just beautiful, especially when I'm riding Valiant, and you can see those big, fat 50 caliber tab performance pipes. Oh, with the saddlebags, and if I got on which I definitely will have on a preload shirt, and you can see, I just love that whole look. It looks beautiful. And the last time I rode the Dragon last year, I had Violet, and Violet will never give me that same angle for a few reasons. Number one, it's got a backrest, and I wear a belt around my waist, and a pole is on that, and at the end of that pole is a 360 camera. And without the backrest, that pole is allowed, especially while I'm riding, to kind of move backwards like this. And that's how it shows me. It looks like a drone is following me. But with the backrest, it's not allowed to go back, so then it's straight up. Not only that, last year it had rained right before we went on the Dragon, so the ground was wet. So I want to ride it how I want to ride it, and I'm gonna do a video on it for you guys, just to share that with you. And I think the biggest point I want to make out of this video, a couple of things, and I'll talk about most of them in the video, but the biggest thing I'm going to focus on is the Dragon is not a dangerous road. The riders that ride on the road are dangerous. It's that simple. They're going too fast. They're riding above their skill level, or their motorcycles level, and I'm talking about the lean. But again, that all ties into the skill level. You know your lean level. There's speed signs posted everywhere. They're not doing that because they're decorating the road, letting you know, slow down. Now, the only way that it is dangerous is, once again, people say it's the riders traveling in the opposite direction. So again, we're still not talking about the road, right? We're talking about the riders, because any road that's a two-way street separated only by double yellow lines, or any lines, period, without an actual barrier between you, you're always taking the risk that somebody can nod off, talking on the phone, have a seizure, all kind of things can happen. So you just got to always be. I say it all the time, guys. We have to always have our antennas up on these motorcycles. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We take a lot for granted on these motorcycles, a lot, a whole lot. All right, guys. All right, so that's all I have regarding Tennessee. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather cooperates. I think the last time I checked, even though right now with the weather, guys, I feel like I'll just wait and see. I'll wait and see, because it's unpredictable. But if I look right now for the weather, okay, look at that. In Tennessee, let me do a 10-day forecast. June, what the hell? Okay, right now everything's looking good. Saturday looks good, partly sunny. Now earlier, before, it said Saturday with a chance of rain, but now see, that's changed. So everything looks good as far as the weather. Of course, that could change too, but that's good. So that's my plans in Tennessee. I'll be there Saturday. I'll be there Sunday, and then I'm Audi 5000. All right. So, and this is where I said I wanted to talk to, you know what, before I get to the next thing, let me look at some of you guys' comments. Gene Phillip, what's going on? Made my first 18-foot plus circle to the left just an hour ago. Thanks. Awesome, man. Awesome. You're welcome, man. And thank yourself, because if you made your first one, that means you've been practicing it. And I always say, not necessary to do, but it's excellent if you can do it. So that's excellent, man. Keep it up. Brad said he just pulled up at work, and only good thing about the night shift, get a long weekend. There you go. That's right. Dr. AXM, you're the best person I've learned how to U-turn from. Trust and believe. Head and eyes also works better than I was a week ago. Awesome, man. Keep it up, man. I love to hear that. Papa D rides. I'm going to come hang out for a while Sunday. I'll be in Knoxville tomorrow evening, hopefully by 1800 hours. Okay, good. It'd be good to see you, man. If you guys don't know about Papa D rides, he also has a YouTube channel. Love that guy, man. If you watch his channel and just listen to him talk, I told that guy, man, he's just awesome, man. He really is, man. His personality and his voice. He's got a voice that's just, whoa, look at this, man. This, I don't even know what this is. $100 from, that's Wood Jr. Wood Jr. in the house. Oh, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much, man. Wood Jr. I don't even see him on here. Did he sneak on here? Thanks, man. I appreciate that contribution, man. Wow. All right, hold on. Now I lost myself because these things are coming in. But yeah, Papa D rides, guys. Check out his YouTube channel if you don't know about him. Terrence said, what's up, brother? Terrence from Maryland. How you liking the sport bike? I'll get into the sport bike, man. Let me make a note of it. I'm not going to say too much about it because I'm getting to do a video on the sport bike. I'll get back to the sport bike. Let me finish with my itinerary here, and then I'll go through all of what you guys have to say. I don't want to miss anything. I know I don't do a lot of live videos, especially for all of you guys. So if you're on here, I want to be able to address you. Okay, traveling practice session. So here's my thoughts, guys. I'm looking to do a traveling practice session in Ohio and North Carolina. And I'm looking at a map, and that's what I'm basing that on, right? So that's why I said, Mike, I wanted to talk to you. I don't have any particular part of Ohio. Of course, the closer to me, the better. But Columbus, Ohio, for me, based on what I mapped out, is like, I forgot, I think it's like 10 and a half hours or something like that. which is not bad at all. Jersey was 13 hours. So I feel like that's what I'm going to judge everything against. Even though that didn't seem too bad either, but I had my bride with me, and so that's always going to make it better. But so I'm going to say the same thing I said when I first brought this to the attention of preloaders and VI preloaders in New Jersey and in Maryland. If you're in the Ohio area and you have a location, a legitimate location, can't just be that spot's always open, so let's just go there. It's got to be a location that somebody owns and gives us permission to use. And it's feasible. It's meaning it's big enough to do what we need to do. If that's you and you have that, please send me an email and let me know so we can kind of start getting the ball rolling on that. And then I'm looking to maybe do something coming back. And based on what I mapped out, I'm driving through North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. So really, it could be any one of those states, right? But my point is it has to make sense because after I finish one practice session, like when I finished in New Jersey, right after that practice session, I had to drive to Maryland and then get ready for the practice session the next morning. And that's the same thing I would have to do here. Drive to Ohio, and then obviously be the day before, do the practice session the next day, and after the practice session, drive to whatever state I'm doing it to next, and then get ready for doing it on the next day. So it would be the same thing again, Ohio on Saturday, and then Virginia, West Virginia, or North Carolina on Sunday. That's what I'm looking to do. And if for some reason I got 3 locations, let's suppose somebody had a location in Ohio, in Virginia, and in North Carolina. Clearly, I can't do all 3 of those in 2 days, but maybe I can do it in 3 days, meaning Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I recognize that not everybody is still working because I'm not. But even if somebody's working, some people might say, screw that, I'm taking off a day of work to go do a traveling practice session on Friday. And most people work Monday through Friday, so that'll be a 3-day weekend for them, right? So these are just some things I'm thinking about, guys. I remember when Anita first brought up traveling practice sessions to me, and I told her I have no interest in that. And she said people would love you to come out and they'd love to see you. And she's right. And there's no reason to. And I know my thing, I was just thinking about the traveling part. Once I'm there, oh man, I love it, right? I love it. So traveling aside, I know that it's not like I'm riding a motorcycle. I'm driving, I'm pulling a trailer, and I'm bringing one motorcycle, so it's not ridiculously heavy. So those are my plans, guys, with that. So again, if you have a location, email me. Mike, I think you mentioned something to me about that. I think Mike does. I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart, but I know Mike does the same thing, motorcycle instruction. I believe it's in Columbus, Ohio. So we could definitely work that out. So again, guys, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia, any of those locations. If we could do this, let's do it. All right. All right. Guys, as we speak right now, I'm getting ready to sum up. But as we speak right now, I am uploading practice session number 47. I'm sorry it took so long, guys. I've been so backed up with my videos, but I want to kind of get everything done before I go to Tennessee, because when I come back from Tennessee, that's just going to be more content. So I do have more content coming for you guys. Some new stuff for Violet. Everybody already knows about Blaze. Blaze is for sale. I did a video on that. If you haven't seen that, check that video out. And I know I said it in the video already, guys. I almost hung up on you guys. I know I said it in the video already, guys. But just to be clear, I don't hate Blaze. Thank you guys for the likes. We're kind of even. That's perfect. I appreciate that. I don't hate Blaze. Thank you. Somebody else just, I don't know who. Briz Biker, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. I don't hate Blaze. I just don't like Blaze. And I don't love Blaze. I'm sorry, that's what I meant to say. I just don't like Blaze. I just don't love her. And the whole point of me putting the motorcycle up for sale is I know for a fact that somebody out there will definitely love her. And they'll look back at that motorcycle every time they get off of it. So, but because I don't hate her, if nobody wants to buy her, I'm not going to be hurt. I'll keep the bike. I'll ride it. I'll still let other people ride it. I pretty much let other people ride any of my motorcycles. It really doesn't matter to me. Now, it's funny because one person sent me a message saying, yeah, I want to come test ride that bike. So we already know this is why a lot of motorcycle dealerships, aside from Harley Davidson and Indian, they don't allow test rides. I remember I was talking to somebody on the phone at Honda, and I told him I wanted to test ride a Goldwing, and he was like, no. So I started to say I'm gonna come in there and let him know. Here's my resume. I don't think it would change anything because at the end of the day, I don't care how good you are, anything could happen. But most people don't know what the hell they're doing. So the whole test ride thing, listen, there's nothing to test ride. It's a brand new motorcycle. It's got 1,100 miles on it. And what I would do is, and that's what I told him, you can buy the motorcycle and I'll give you 10 miles to ride it. You come back and say, I don't like it, something's wrong. I give you $45,000 back. No harm, no foul, right? Because that's what the people at Honda told me. And that's actually a deal they were giving at Ross Brosmeyer's Harley Davidson in Florida. When I first bought Angel, they said, we don't do test rides during bike week. But what we will do is you could buy the bike, and I think they let you ride it for, I think it was like 50 miles, 30 miles, something like that, or a certain amount of time. And if you want to give the bike back, you could just give it back. So that's the same thing I would do, right? So at the end of the day, the point I'm making is I do want somebody to have that bike. I would prefer it be somebody within Preloader Nation. How great would that be? But if it's not, it's not. Whoever gets it, they're going to love it. That's it. If I get to keep it, great. If somebody else buys it, that's great too. So this is it's a beautiful position to be in, to where it doesn't really matter to me either way, right? I'm good either way. Not that this has happened because it hasn't, but if somebody gave me like a low ball offer, I'm not desperate to sell a motorcycle. So that would be like a waste of time. Okay. And as far as the sport bike, guys, I did a short video on that. And all I'll say about that is I'm going to be doing another video on that sport bike. But this video is going to be me doing 1 through 9. And like I said in the video, I bought that motorcycle specifically. Somebody said, how you liking that bike? I'm not. It's sitting in the garage. I got to get some protection for it. I have to change every single light bulb on it. Nothing but incandescent bulbs. But you know what? It wasn't $45,000, $50,000. So that's okay. It's understandable. You guys know where I'm going with that. But yeah, the main purpose of buying that bike is I say all the time that these skills are relevant no matter what you ride. But it's one thing for me to say it, and it's another thing for you guys to see it. And when I say you guys, I'm talking about you guys that ride sport bikes. This is relevant to all of you, sport bikes, adventure bikes. It doesn't matter. All right. And it's important that you guys know that. All right. So it's going to be something I have to get used to as well. I've done a little bit of stuff. As a matter of fact, just today I rode it over to my mother's house because she told me she said, you haven't, usually when you buy something, new car, new bike, you bring it over and show it to me. And I was like, I'm sorry. That's not, I'm not even thinking about it because to me, until I change those put LEDs on that bike, I don't even want it out of my garage. All right. But that's all I'm going to tell you now about that bike. I do have a plan on doing the video. Of course, that's going to have to happen after Tennessee. And I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys. All right. So let me look at what some of you guys have put here in the live chat. And that's pretty much all I have, guys. That's what I wanted to get out and share with you guys and what's going on. Terry Bolden said, what? Hold on. Let me go up. Grimmett. Hey, Robert, it's your favorite Street Glide hater. Nice to catch my first live stream from you. It's a pleasure, man. Pleasure. Terrence said, what's up, brother? Terrence from Maryland. How you liking the sports bike? Yes. All right. I already answered that. Jamal said, you incur costs. Absolutely. And he's talking about the whole thing I was talking about with the V.I.Preloader traveling practice sessions where I can't do that for free. Terry Bolden, what part of Tennessee? Knoxville. Knoxville, Tennessee. Jeff Martinez, Let's Roll is awesome. So he definitely has one, I'm assuming. Line Eyes. Whoa, live. Awesome. Yes, welcome. Grimmett said, dude, if I had the money, I'd be all over Blaze. Yeah, absolutely. And I know that. I've gotten a few people that just bought a Road Glide are just annoyed that they just bought it, because based on the price that I'm selling Blaze for and everything's already done on her, yeah, it's, everything's all about timing. Jeff said, "What's up, Rob? Can I get a raffle?" Oh, thanks, Jeff. I'm glad you brought that up. You have to be present to get a raffle. All right, that's one of the stipulations. You have to be present. All right, apologize for that, guys, but it is what it is. Holy Shift said every inch counts. I don't know what he's talking about. I would have to go back and see what he's referring to. Okay. It goes to 11. Hello, Robert from Australia. I watch all your lessons and watch you teach. It's invaluable. Thank you for helping us to be the boss of our motorcycle. You're welcome, man. Thank you. Appreciate all of you guys. Standy, you dirty. That's from Abusa. What you teach is invaluable. It goes to 11. That's who sent that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I agree. I'm a humble guy. I want you, I'm sure you guys know that. But I am going to tell you guys, every now and then I'll go back and I'll watch one of my videos and I'll listen to how I'm explaining stuff. And sometimes I say to myself, let me act like I don't know anything and listen to what I'm saying and see if this would make sense. And I'm pleased with the way I put things out there and how I present it to people. I think I put it in terms where it's very easy to understand. And one more thing, guys, I got it written here too. If you haven't noticed yet, guys, in every practice session that I do, and from here on out, they have chapters in them, right? And if you don't know what chapters are, chapters allow you to skip to certain parts of the video to watch exactly what you want to see. And that's basically, yes, it's another addition of me as far as time and editing to do it. And for people with normal videos, that doesn't take long. But like this is my list now, practice session number 47 that's coming to you guys soon. Those are the chapters. That's one, and then there's the second one. Right? So it's a lot of chapters because it's a long video. But I realized that if somebody sees 3 hours and they're going to go, 3 hours? Hell no. Now, if you're already a preloader, most preloaders already know there's valuable information in there. So let me go through it. But it's annoying to not know where things are. So it was imperative. My whole point of doing this is I want people to learn, and I want them to feel good about learning. And I don't want to give them any reason. Hey, all right, good. I see I already got a mic. I got an email just came up from Mike. So that sounds good. That's for Ohio. So that's why it's worth me to take the extra time to add chapters to the videos. Because if you want to see, you might say, hey, all I want to see is to follow the leader. Go into the description section. Now, depending on what you're watching the video on, that's going to determine if you even see the chapters. So the televisions that I have in my man cave and the television I have in my bedroom, those televisions are older televisions. So it doesn't show me the chapters on the television. But if I watch it on my living room TV, my TV in my family room, the timeline that's at the bottom of every video, that red line, you should see little lines in it. And if you move the remote up to it, you can it'll show you what the name of that is. And I name it what it is. Exercise number 1, exercise number 2, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, to make a long story longer, there's chapters in all the practice sessions. And really, any video that I make that's going to be significantly long, I'm probably going to put chapters in it. And I say probably because if it's a video of me taking a ride somewhere, probably not. Probably. But when it comes to any video where I'm giving you guys information, I don't want you to miss anything, right? And I don't expect you to watch a 2-3 hour video from beginning to end every time I put one out. Now, there are people that do it, right? I know for a fact my truck drivers love my practice sessions because when you're out there on the road, the best thing is something that can pass the time. And for a truck driver that's driving miles and miles long, to be able to listen to a practice session while they're driving, that's awesome, right? So, and I'll give you another example, guys. I think you're going to know about it anyway. Practice session number 47. My microphone, I must have hit the mute button by mistake. And we were in the U-turn. Thank God it wasn't the beginning of the U-turn, but I think we were getting ready to transition to right turns. So I'm talking, and I come back to edit the video. No audio. Oh, I was livid. live it, because I know for a fact that the stuff that I'm talking about, somebody out there is going to want to hear what I'm saying. It's going to help somebody out there. So at first I was so annoyed, I was going to just eliminate that whole part of the video. However, then if I do that, now the people that were participating in that practice session don't get to see themselves do that exercise. And that's one of the biggest perks of coming to a practice session, is it's going to be recorded and it's going to be on YouTube. So you actually can go back and watch it. It's such an advantage to be able to do that and have somebody else do the recording for you, right? So what I did is I left it in there and I did a voiceover. God knows I didn't want to do that, because now I'm adding even more time to that video as far as my editing. And instead of it just rolling through, now I had to go through and just cut each person's U-turn and U-turn and U-turn and U-turn. Man, I got to bed last night, or should I say this morning, after 6. But guys, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, as much time and effort me being anal doesn't help either. Sometimes that's annoying. But as much as it takes out of me, when I see people saying the stuff that you're doing is invaluable, this helped me out. I did a U-turn today, and I didn't want to. I wanted to jump up and go, oh, and I always encourage them. You should always be proud of anything that you accomplish, especially something that you once feared, and now you're showing that motorcycle that you're the boss. So, all right, let me read some more of this stuff, guys. Hold up, now I jumped way past where I was. Somebody said, oh, Grimmute, stuck in Miami. Wished I could be there for that giveaway and a lesson. I hear you, man. There's a lot of people that wish they were stuck in Miami. So let's just think about it that way. Avery White, what's going on? Says, I'm new to the traffic enforcement unit. Motors, any advice? Well, first of all, congratulations. Congratulations. Any advice? Oh my gosh. Do me a favor. Email me that question and kind of narrow it down a little bit, because it's a bunch of stuff I could tell you. All right. A bunch of stuff. All right. But one of the main things is going to be, which I say all the time, is motor officer or not, you have to keep practicing. Right. You have to. It's a perishable skill. All right. That's definitely the main thing I'll give you. And people looking at you with boots and britches on, if that's what you wear, you're expected to be proficient on your motorcycle. You're expected to. All right. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully we'll be back in time for the raffle. Papa D said that. Well, you should be. You definitely should be. But at the end of the day, because some of the people at Let's Roll, they were telling me, well, we want to make sure we have enough people there for the raffle. And I said to them, listen, this is a $620, $30, whatever dollar product. If they really want to be in this raffle, they'll be there. So don't worry about that. She goes, yeah, you're right. At Holy Shift, love your content also. That's from Grimmeet. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Holy Shift said, thanks. Lion Eyes, I love how everything is squared away with this gentleman. Thank you, brother. It's the only way I know how to be. Finesse the Challenger. What's going on, brother? Another YouTube content creator, guys. And I said this in the video, actually in that video that's coming out. He lives in the area. He's a V.I.Preloader, so he could just pop in. He shouldn't be just popping in, but of course, that's never going to be a problem. And to practice sessions, and if it's full, he can just leave. That's never going to happen. Like I know it's not. But he takes advantage of that, and I appreciate that. All right. And if you ride an Indian motorcycle, definitely check out his channel, Finesse the Challenger. And I tell him all the time, sometimes I feel bad for him because that's the meat and potatoes of his channel, Indian motorcycles. And when he goes to the Indian dealership here in Savannah, there's no motorcycles there, so he doesn't have a lot to work with. But hopefully that's going to change at some point. It has to, especially with that Pursuit coming out. That's a beautiful motorcycle. Jeff said, look where you want to go, preload and keep it loaded. That's right. Briz Biker, hi, what's going on? Brent, gotta go, Rob. Love your channel. Thanks, buddy. Take care. Amen to that. Can't wait to see your post. Thanks. That's Stephen Brown. Steve Robbins, what's going on? Love the Dragon. Wrote it numerous times. You're right. The danger to you is other people for sure. That's right. That's right. Blaming the Dragon is like me telling people all the time, a poor craftsman blames his tools, period. Chapters, that's so great. Yeah. And I should have, I put them there and just assume people would know it. And again, about the chapters, guys, if you're on, let me show you this real quick, guys. Now, it's really good on your computer or on a smartphone or on an iPad or something like that, or a tablet. Because then, let me, hold on, guys, hold on. Let me go to one of my videos. I go to the last practice session. There you go, 46. Let me turn it down. Okay, so there's the video. Now, if I open up the description section, which is a little bitty arrow so nobody can find it, right? See right down there at the bottom? It says chapters. And then you see where it says see, oh, what is this crap? Oh, commercial. See where it says see all right there, or view all. Click on that, and there's all the chapters. You can just scroll through them, right? How cool is that? Go right to what you want to see. So if all you want to see is right here, click that. Oh, it's up there. And it takes you right to it. Look at that guy on a sports bike. All right. All right, let me read some more of this, guys. Sean says, I like 2-hour videos. I hear you, brother. Papa D says, we appreciate your efforts to add to support. Oh, who's this? Grimmett, thank you for the support, brother. I appreciate you. 1999, I appreciate that. Not in Miami by choice, working. Keep videos coming. Love what you do. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your support. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Nikishia said, yes, thank you for the chapters. Finesse, what raffle? No, wait, raffle? Question mark. Now, I just finished sitting here talking about Finesse in this channel. And now if Finesse says, what raffle? What does that tell me? Is Finesse watching my videos? Is Finesse on Instagram? Is Finesse on the YouTube? Not the YouTube. Is Finesse on the Facebook group? Preload and keep it loaded. I put it everywhere. Oh, Riding Wrenching. What's going on, brother? See, I can't keep up with this. It's moving too quick for me. Tom 202. What's going on, brother? Oh, let me go back. Mark Vega, hit the like button. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, brother. Man, I missed all of this. Bridge Biker, thank you very much. I see it. Keep spreading your knowledge, Rob. Appreciate your efforts. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for the donation. Pro Rider Columbus. Yes, that's what Mike does. That's what Mike does. Hold on, I got to go back some more. I missed a bunch of stuff. Bridge Biker, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Oh my God, I'm missing all of this. Holy shift, $1. Thanks, brother. I bought this super chat so you can see my message. Thank you, man. Wood Jr., stay awesome, brother. Oh, man, appreciate that, man. Listen, I tell you guys all the time, you know, the donations are always appreciated. Not expected, but appreciated. John said, trust and believe. Okay, I read that already. All right, good. So I think I caught up. Marv said, good evening, good people, and Rob Simmons. Good evening, Marv. Wood in the house. Super chat. All right. I love practicing just as much as riding. Thank you. That's Terry. And I hear that a lot, Terry. I hear a lot of people tell me this whole slow speed riding, they're actually enjoying it more than riding on the open road. And I get that. I understand that because it's more of a challenge. When you go on the open road, let me tell you right now, you ain't going to doze off practicing slow speed maneuvers. But you could doze off on the road because after a while, it's just like, nah. And let me give a shout out to Wood Jr. I don't know if everybody knows Wood Jr., also a content creator. He's in a bunch of my videos. He was in my first practice session video, and he's the guy that put the pillows on his saddlebags. Just an awesome guy. Got a YouTube channel, awesome channel. You guys know I only surround myself with positive, awesome people. And that's pretty much Preloader Nation. I've said this all the time. Preloaders are above and beyond personalities. That's what we are, period. It is what it is. And Wood Jr. and two other guys. I think one guy's name is Ken. I forget the other guy's name. They did an iron butt challenge again, but this one they did 1,500 miles, technically over 1,500, in 22 hours. They were trying to do it in less than 24, which they did. 22. They had 2 hours to spare. So kudos to them, man. I know there's people that go, well, why would you do that and blah, blah, blah. Listen, we all have different goals and And because that's something that not everybody will or can do, it's an achievement no matter how you look at it. Oh my God. 20 hours. And then Ken, I hope I'm saying his name correctly. At the end of it, Ken, who was the oldest guy with them, he's 55, not old, but he's older than them. He goes, okay, now we got to complete the challenge by doing 20 jumping jacks and 20 push-ups. If you guys didn't see that video, check out that video. I think it's a 3-hour video. There are no chapters. You're not getting that from Wood Jr. He's not doing nothing extra to, but check out that video and watch the push-ups that this guy did. Just beautiful push-ups and good jumping jacks too. And then Wood Jr. did them as well. Always good. And then the third participant was like, deuces. But kudos to them, man. Kudos to them. All right, guys. I'm not going to keep you much longer. Let me read some more of you guys. Stuff. I got to read you guys stuff before I go. I just have to. Nick said, much love in this community. Keep up the amazing work. Can't wait to meet you Saturday. Can't wait to meet you either, Nick. And you're absolutely right. Nothing but love and positivity in Preloader Nation. I just love it, love it, love it. Papa D said, where in North Carolina? Like I said, I don't have anything specific. But again, it has to make sense logistically. I don't see why it wouldn't be a huge deal, but it just has to make sense logistically. Once I actually get some locations and I can map it out, then I can go from there. Like I need to be able to say, all right, when I leave Ohio, it's going to take me this long to get to this area in North Carolina. And if it makes sense, bam, we can do it. And it has to make sense. Like if I leave Ohio, no matter where it is in North Carolina, it's not going to be 10 hours, right? At least I don't think it is. Geographically, I'm not that great, with that kind of stuff. But if it's 10 hours to Pooler, Georgia, my assumption is it can't be 10 hours anywhere in North Carolina. Okay, Kim Wood said, Ohio, sweet. I've said I would love to do one with you. That's right, Kim. Sounds good. We'll see I'm letting you guys know that's my goal. So if it doesn't happen, it's not going to be because I didn't want it to happen. I'm going to do everything I can to see that through. FXLRS. I know a lot of you guys know what kind of motorcycle that is. I have no clue. It says AZ. I'm assuming that's Arizona. Robert, any plans going west during the winter season? So, again, it has to make sense logistically. And going west, as much as I want to go to California so bad, Arizona, I've already gotten people. This is not west really, but a bunch of people are telling me, come to Texas. And I just don't know how I'm going to make Texas work. The only way I can possibly see that working is I'd have to do practice sessions at some other places, either on the way there or on the way back from there. That's the only way I can see that making sense, right? Tom 202, dang, I ain't getting no notifications. What's up, everybody? You ain't getting no notifications. I put some notifications out for this live video. I put it out in the community. Let's have a Summer North Georgia session. Summer North Georgia. Now, I already said I'm definitely coming to North Georgia, Abusa. I told you that. I got to come there, too, and ride those roads and the mountains. I've heard nothing but good things about them. So I'm not saying no to – at this point, I'm not saying no to especially something like that because that's feasible. That's close. However, if you're in North Georgia, especially as a V.I.Preloader, if you're in North Georgia and you're a V.I.Preloader, it would make more sense to come to Pooler. It's going to – I can't really say that, And the reason I can't say that is because – I know how I am. And if it's going to cost me less money to do something, but if I paid more, if it cost me more, but it was going to convenience me more, I'm going to pay the higher price. That's just me because I want to be convenienced first. But everybody's not like that. So that's why I say it all depends. Mike said it's an easy drive to Columbus and I have the lots. Send you the email, brother. And I got that email. I didn't look at it yet. Special Ed, what's going on? Special Ed is back on the live. I'm actually I can't wait to see that email. And hopefully it has the address in there too, because I got to Google map it and make sure it's big enough. And make sure it's not like, I'm pretty sure I don't have to go through all of that. You do the same thing. So obviously you're not going to send me a lot and there's weeds growing through cracks in the, I feel I need to clean my room. That's what Lion Eye said. What do you mean you need to clean the room? Let's see. Yeah, and Mike is in Pro Rider Columbus. That's what I meant to say. Pro Rider Columbus. Mark said, as soon as I find a Los Angeles location, I'll be championing you coming to Southern California. Now, see, that's a stretch, but I mean, that is a stretch. But I did vow to myself, guys. I said to myself, I'm retired. There's literally no reason at all that I can't go wherever I want and just explore a bunch of different things. So that's why, as it pertains to Sturgis, this wasn't even on my list to talk about, guys. But as it pertains to Sturgis, I plan on going to Sturgis. I do not plan on going to Sturgis. Let me rephrase that. I plan on going to Sturgis. And the air quotes mean I won't be in Sturgis because I'm not going during the rally. I don't have any interest in that because all that is an exasperation of everything, most particularly, I'm referring to price gouging, and and being limited in where you can stay. And if you want anything really decent, which I kind of do, scratch the kinda, I do. It's going to be double the price. Now, when I go to Bike Week in Daytona, yeah, the hotel I normally stay at on a normal day is probably about $109 a night. Bike Week is $330 a night, right? All right, that's not too much of a big deal because that's 2 hours from me. But the cost to get to Daytona, but the cost to get to Sturgis, on top of being gouged with where I'm going to stay. And listen, I am who I am. I'm not sleeping in a tent. I don't camp. I don't glamp. None of that stuff. So, but my main reason for going there is I want to ride on these roads I keep talking about in the Dakotas, in what is it, South Dakota, and just explore those things. So, Bridge Bike, I keep spreading your knowledge, Rob. Appreciate your efforts. Thanks, man. I definitely want to appreciate that. Thanks for the donation, Bridge. I appreciate you, brother. And I want to appreciate it on my motorcycle. So I'm not going to have a patch that says I rode mine. And at first I was going to trailer it, but now the other option is shipping it, which I wasn't even aware of. People in Daytona told me. I said, hey, did you ride here? And they said, no, I shipped. Really? I looked it up. It would actually be, now again, here we go again. We're talking about what's most convenient for my life, right? You guys know I'm a big proponent of time. I'm 50 years old. And I have people tell me, hey, you're at the midpoint of your life. I don't know that. I can be going tomorrow, which means the midpoint for me was 25, right? So time is very important to me. So if I can ship my bike, get on a plane, get there and get my bike, because I want to ride my bike there. So renting a bike, I don't have any interest in that. And then ship it back. How much time does that save me versus being hours and hours driving there, right? So that's what I'm planning on doing. I don't have anything officially planned yet, but I am planning on doing that and riding those rides. I'm probably going to do it with my pop. He's been there before. I've never been there. Okay, sorry guys. Let me get back to these. Lion Eye said, you are the best slow speed instructor on YouTube. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I don't take anything that you guys say. I don't take it for granted, and I appreciate the kind words. Anonymous Biker said, I heard Blaze is $2,500 if you're subscribed. I got news for you guys. The price that I'm selling Blaze for, that's for Preloader Nation. If nobody buys it, I'm going to list it on, I don't even know what to list it on. I have no clue. I'm sure you guys will help me out with that. But whatever I listed for on that, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be 45,000. Blaze is fire. That's Tom 202. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's definitely a nice bike. Daryl said, what do you recommend for a good starter bike? I'm 6'3", 350. Any help will be greatly appreciated. All right, Daryl, here's how I sum this up. That question has multiple answers because it all depends. You know, whenever we're talking about something that pertains to everybody, most likely it's not going to be one answer. So 6'3", clearly you don't want a small motorcycle, right? It's got to make sense for your body. So would I tell you to get a Rebel 250? No, right? So what's most important is you have to learn these basic skills and techniques, and you have to master them. So the warm-up exercise that I have just introduced, the short starts and stops, those are so important. Get comfortable with that. And then do exercise number 1 and 2, 3, 4. But focus on 1 through 3, right? Get comfortable with that. You know, this whole trust and believe, I ask people all the time, do you trust and believe that as long as there's power, sufficient power going to the rear wheel of your motorcycle, that you're going to be okay? And some people go, yeah, I do. And really, they're answering the fact that they trust and believe, meaning they understand the concept of it. They know that that's what happens. Open your hand, you give power to the rear wheel, bike's going to stand up. But that's why trust is, do you trust it? And that's where it's a disconnect. No, they don't. The only way you're going to trust it, you have to practice it, right? You have to keep practicing that exercise. Practice exercise number 2, riding slow. And every time you feel, the same people that tell me, yeah, I get it. And then when we're doing exercise number 2 and they feel, they put their foot down. So they don't really trust it, but it's not going to happen overnight. This is an instinct. You have to, repetition equals retention. You have to do this stuff over and over. And because we're all different, some people might have to only do it twice. Some people might have to do it 200 times. All right. But it's all about what's important to you, how focused you are. And we all learn differently. Our brains work differently. So a lighter, smaller motorcycle has the same the same techniques apply to a heavier motorcycle. Mistakes that you make on a lighter motorcycle are going to be more forgiving. However, that's why I say start with these small things first. Get accustomed, get used to that bike, and understand what you're doing with your hands, and that right foot is all that you need to do to make this motorcycle stay up. And if you can get that through your head, it's a mental block that's hard to get through. But once we can get that through our head, that this bike is not going to fall. I feel that. Open your hand. So find out where your friction zone, where the sweet spot is, meaning where it engages. And if you're in the friction zone, don't be too far from it, because what happens is if somebody's friction zone engages with their hand almost all the way in, and they have their hand too far away from that, when they start to feel falling, they might open up their hand a little bit because they know I don't want to pop it. So they open up their hand a little bit and they still feel falling. And then they go, oh, crap. And instead of them just opening it up more, they squeeze it. And that's when the bike falls. All right. All right. I hope that helped you, Dow. Fitness the Challenger says super clean too. Don't know what he's talking about. See, that's what happens. I get lost in this. Grimmett says Blaze is the best looking bike I got. That's subjective. Jamal said, can I trade my M109? Can you trade it for what? Probably another M109. Tom 202. By the way, I know I said this to you, Jamal, but in practice session number 46, my brother just happened to be recording with my camera, and that's how I caught Jamal when he arrived at practice session number 46 early, and watched him make a U-turn. And I remember Jamal sent me a video months ago of him practicing U-turns, nowhere near how he did it out there. So this is what I mean, man. I love the fact that all of this stuff that we're doing, guys, this is not rocket science. It is inevitable that if you consistently practice this, it's going to come together, right? That's not to say it's going to come together and all of us are going to be scraping our boards, and that's not necessary. But as far as confidence, it's all going to come together. Watch. Honda don't do test rides. That's right, they don't. That's riding and wrenching. Thanks, Mike. Another guy riding and wrenching. That's another YouTuber. I'm sorry, that's another person in Preloader Nation, V.I.Preloader, that has a YouTube channel. Check out his videos as well. I love his channel because, first of all, the video quality is always excellent. The topics are good. Again, good speaking voice, knowledgeable about what he's talking about, and a great sense of humor. He's a crap talker too, for you guys that don't know. And he's definitely good with the pool stick. That's why his nickname is Q. Everyday Face says, smash the like button, guys. Thanks. Appreciate that. Tom 202. Mark, hit the like button. Love you guys. PA Biker 65 Ultra. Hello, I had to do an emergency U-turn today and get it perfect. Thank you for all that you do. It's because of you. If you is a reason why I was able to do this. All right, PA Biker. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. My pleasure. Terry Sweet. That's a good idea, Jeffrey Turner. See, I don't know. Oh, Jeffrey Turner said, trade Blaze in for the new Indian Challenger Elite. I got to walk that one off, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. So I had somebody tell me, I think it was in a live I did just for the V.I.Preloaders. Yeah, it was. They told me that I should trade in Blaze for a Street Glide ST. I know you guys just messing with me now. I know you are. All right, I'm back. Blaze won't be traded in for anything. Blaze is either going to get sold or I'm going to keep her. And that's it. If I want an Indian Challenger Elite, I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't matter. I'm not trading Blaze in for anything. And you guys know my issue with Indian motorcycles anyway. The bike is not the issue. It just isn't. Matter of fact, Finesse the Challenger was at my house. We were playing pool. And when he was going home, it was dark out. He walks up to his bike and a puddle light comes on under his bike. He didn't install that. That comes with the Indian Motorcycle Challenger. That's a beautiful feature to have, right? Here's another thing, guys. And then that's it. I'm not going to do the whole Indian thing because, again, I don't have a problem with the motorcycles. The issue is the number of, dealerships and what's available to you as far as parts, stuff like that. That's clearly an issue. And for some, it's going to be more of an issue. Like riding and wrenching, he told me the closest dealership to him is 200 miles away. So even if he loved that motorcycle, would it be advantageous for him to buy one? Probably not. Or if you ride a lot, put a lot of miles on the bike, which he does as well. It's something you got to think about, right? But one thing I do want to point out to you guys, I did not know this. Same motorcycle, Challenger, on his fairing, inner fairing, he has this thing. He flips it up. He goes, "Hey, you see this?" He wasn't showing it to me. He was showing it to somebody else. And I was like, what the? It is a port for his trickle charger. You guys hear what I'm saying to you? There's a port on his fairing. If you got a road glide, see, you got your speakers right here, right there. And then I look down at my $50,000 CVO, and it's just some random loose wire that's hanging out that they zip tied to the saddlebag guard. That's my connection to my battery for a trickle charger. See, guys, don't get me started on this. That's the stuff that drives me crazy. Crazy. And my take on it is this, guys. I really feel like Harley Davidson knows, listen, at this stage of the game, whatever we put out there, they're going to buy it anyway. We're Harley Davidson. There's a lot of people out there that just want to ride a Harley Davidson. And when it comes to Harley Davidson, yes, visually, I like the way they look. So it's not like it's a bad looking motorcycle. But when it comes to the little things like that and technology, they're not interested. And there's not a lot of change in the motorcycles either. These other motorcycles that are trying to play catch up, yeah, that's why they're going to give you all of the extra tech. And you're not going to have to buy aftermarket suspension on an Indian motorcycle because it already comes with good suspension. You're not going to have to do a lot of stuff with the engine. And, because they're already going to give you this stuff. You buy a BMW, it's packed with technology. You buy a Goldwing, it's packed with technology. You get a Harley Davidson, put a CVO patch on it, charge 50 grand. And if it's like I think this year's model, they were charging over 50 grand and people will buy them, So it is what it is, it is what it is. But that wire thing annoyed me. And now every time I look at that wire, it annoys me so much so that I actually tucked it under the panel. I don't want to see it anymore because it's ridiculous. All right, see, now you guys got me going on. I didn't want to go on a rant. Let me get back to these. Hold on. Can I trade? No. Smash the like button, guys. Everyday Faye. I think Everyday Faye said that like 6 times. Love her. Oh, no, I read the same one. I'm sorry. Bill Howard said, how you liking the new whip? If you're referring to the sport bike, the Honda, nothing to like yet. Guys, I'm not going to be on that bike long at all. Every time I get on that bike, man, my hips, oh my God. Forget about it. I'll talk to you guys more about that in the video. I don't want to take your time up now talking about it. Dave said, Wood Jr. is a baller. I can't even find that $100 sticker. Wood Jr., my brother. Lion Eye said, why do you want to change the bulb so badly? Oh, because they're all incandescent bulbs, right? They need to be LED. They all, not that I plan on riding this bike at night, but even in the daytime, you need to be able to see those lights. And it's a 2015 motorcycle. I do want to meet whoever traded in that motorcycle as a Van Harley Davidson. I don't know what they bought at Harley Davidson, but this motorcycle is in mint condition. It only had 4,400 miles on it. It's a 2015 mint condition. So I'm happy about that. I don't know crap about chains, cleaning chains, none of that crap. I'm going to take this motorcycle to Honda and just have them do an overhaul on everything, check everything out. That way I know from the start everything's okay. Riding and Wrenching says, DC Cycler, he has taste. Uh-oh, it's already starting. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's already starting. Santos, see you in Tennessee. Yes, I will. Jamal, let me run the course with what? With the sport bike. Yeah, I don't care. All right. Okay, now I'm back where I was supposed to be. Weight raffled. I was Finesse the Challenger, giving himself up, not watching the content. That's what she said. That's from FXLRS. Okay. All right. Thank you for the chapters. That's from Nikisha. I'm getting back. We appreciate your efforts to add chapters as Papa D rides. Thank you. Terry Bolden, chapters. That's so great. All right. Very good. Uh-oh. It just jumped on me again. Hold on, guys. I apologize. Just when I catch up, it jumps. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God, way behind. Okay, here we go. Chapters. Christian said, thank you, Robert, for the recommendation on the Saddleman seat for my 2018 Street Glide CVO. Night and day. I know. Enjoy my ride. I now enjoy my rides. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. I got another video coming out, guys, on another upgrade on the seat for Violet. Another Saddleman seat. It's been sitting in the box of my garage for over 2 months. I got to get it in. Sean said, I like 2-hour videos. Okay. Nikisia said, I was able to create clips of myself from the chapters to show my family and friends. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And quite frankly, the chapters help me out too. Sometimes I want to go back and look at something. And of course, I have a general idea of where stuff is, but sometimes I don't always know. Bill says, sorry about the text. I didn't realize I was in multiple mode. When are you planning a trip to PA? Right now, I'm not planning a trip to Pennsylvania. So the reason I picked New Jersey for a location is because I don't, to hike from Pennsylvania to Pooler, Georgia, that's a long hike. But if I get to New Jersey, then it's less of a travel for people in New York, obviously New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, stuff like that. So I tried to pick locations like that. So in that area, and you're in Pennsylvania, you're in the tri-state area, so that'll help out. But, like I said, I'm not going to say no to anything. If people want me out there and it makes sense, yeah, I'll be in Pennsylvania. Papa D said, audio issues can drive you crazy. Dealing with that myself right now. Still don't know what caused this latest issue. Yeah, I know what caused mine. You guys will see in the video. Remember, it's going to be in exercise number 6. Terry said, oh, yeah, I'm a trucker, and I love listening to you while I truck it. All right, good, man. Thank you for what you do, man. Lion I said, your training is literally saving lives on the road. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Finesse the Challenger said, yes, audio issues hurt me in my soul. I think I fixed it, though. We'll see, man. I'm waiting for your next video. The Jersey J, Blaze deserves a lover. And I'm sure you'll find one for her. I concur. Grimmett, 1999, not in Miami by choice. Oh, I read this one. But it's worth reading again. Keep videos coming. Thank you again for that donation, man. Appreciate you. Maurice, what's going on, man? Hello from Maurice. Bill said, hey, Mr. Rob, question. When I want to send a super chat, it automatically says $199. If I want to send $100, is it automatically applied after the $189? I have no clue, man. I appreciate you wanting to send me $100. Anything you send, I appreciate it. I have no clue. I think when I tried to do that, let me see. If I click on super chat, oh, it actually gives me the option to change, to type in whatever. Oh no, there's a thing at the bottom of the screen that you can keep changing it. and then yeah, you can get it to where you want it to go. So that's all I know about it. I've only done that maybe 3 or 4 times. That's why I was laughing when Holy Shift sent me $9.99 because he had a premiere video yesterday, and I sent him $9.99. All right, but then he sent me $1.99. So, all right, now he got one up on me. So next time he does one, I got a surprise for him. Okay, hold on. I think it bumped me up again. Papa D said, "Got to go, Rob. See you in Knoxville." All right, brother. Let me keep going up because it bumped me way down. Okay, all right. Hey, Marshall, what's going on? You know how much I love the zombies on my Indian. Absolutely. Marcel said, like the hat, need to get one of those. I'll hook you up, man. Next time you come. I got another one over here for you. I'll hook you up. The zombie baffle, baby. Tom 202. They some serious riders. Dobby Snow. I love the last video session with Pops and the K1600, which you proved always preload. Take care. That's right. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a subscriber. All of you guys. Jeremy Hanford said, love to pull into random parking lot for some slow speed practice. You may have saved my life more than once. Thanks, Rob. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure. And remember, guys, whenever you pull into a lot, even if it's not empty, particularly Harley Davidson, once you get this stuff down packed, and just do some practice U-turns there too, always. You know, sometimes we're not showing off. I tell people all the time, how dare you call us show-offs when all we're doing is riding the motorcycle the way it was designed to be ridden, right? But all you're doing is raising eyebrows, and that's how we get other preloaders too. People see that, they come up to you, oh my God, bam, they open up the conversation, and you let them know the journey that we're on, and tell them, come on aboard. Unless they're not, they're not preloader nation worthy, meaning if they're negative. I still want them to learn how to ride their motorcycle though, so it doesn't matter. Marshall said, yeah, Jeremy, I do that too. Okay, Sean went through. BMW costs less than a HD and tell you what gear you're in. That's true. I tell you one thing though, when it's time to do maintenance on that BMW, that's when it's not cheap anymore. I mean, not even close to being cheap. I think an oil change is like $300, $600, something like that. I don't know. Maurice said 3 hours from Charlotte, North Carolina to Savannah. Okay, yes. What? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter the time it is. Well, I guess it still does. Because then at least when I finish there, I don't have to stay another night. Because usually after a practice session, I'm beat. But if it's just a 3-hour drive, I would just come straight home. Absolutely. BM Logistics. Robert, no Laconia this year? Are you making it? Nah, no Laconia this year. At some point, I'm going to make it out to Laconia. But not this year. Humble Greek says, smash the like button. Thank you, Humble Greek. Love you guys, man. Frank Brown rode some of North Georgia mountains that are probably better than the Dragon. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, quite frankly, the Dragon is like a bucket list thing. Most of the roads out there are better than the Dragon. The Dragon is just something to do. But the real riding, oh, my God, it's on those other roads. No doubt about that. Never rode on anything like that in my life. Loved it. Justice from the ATL. Special Ed. Hey, Rob, North Georgia, Helen, it's only about 80 miles from Deal's Gap. Okay. Thank you. Greg, his message was retracted. Mark Vega. My name is Mark, and I'm a V.I.Preloader, now addicted to U-turns. Thank you for your support. Yeah, we're having a meeting, man. We're having a meeting. Eddie, preloading skills. This is from Eddie. Preloading skills make riding a motorcycle way more enjoyable. Thanks, Rob. My pleasure, and absolutely. I say that all the time, guys. Not a cliche at all. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to always enjoy something that you're more confident in, and this is no different. Jay said, hey, what up? Newbie here. I watch all the time. I need to come practice. Got my first bike in April. Welcome to Preloader Nation, Jay. Congratulations on that bike. And yeah, whenever you're ready, come on down. But before you come, in the meantime and in between time, make sure you're practicing, brother. Frank Brown, North Georgia mountains. Such as Loop, phenomenal riding. Thank you. Yeah, I got to do it, man. I'm clear. listen, I listen to you guys all the time and everything that you say. So I have no doubts that it's something I have to do. Papa D rides it. Riding in the Black Hills is much more enjoyable when experiencing the area, not during the rally. Go in late June or early July, or a couple of weeks after the rally. The roads are awesome. And that's my plan. Thank you, brother. Terry said, okay, Robert, got to go, but it was good catching you, your live chat. I've been trying for months now. I will be at your preloading and keeping it loaded, practicing. Very good, man. Thank you, man. Jamal James said, this is awesome. You have kept the attention of everyone that has logged into your live. You are an inspiration to more people than you know. Most live feds have people come and go, but sir, are different. Thank you, man. I got lost at the end, but I know it's just typos. Indeed, practice, trust and believe. That's from Justice. I like that. Justis. Sean. That's Chi-Town? Trucker. Greetings, Mr. Simmons. First, I want to thank you for so much your videos. They truly helped me in my MSF class. I passed with flying colors. That's what I love to hear, guys. Somebody just emailed me today. Not emailed me, they messaged me and told me they got their MSF class coming up in a couple of weeks. And I love this, guys. That's one of the things I really love. People that, two things. People that are getting ready to take this MSF course, new to motorcycling, and actually have this before they even go in there. So they're already going in there with a leg up. And quite frankly, I think once people go through this, practice this, understand this, the MSF course is a cakewalk. And secondly, people that have been riding dirty for years because they feel like they're not past it, come here, watch this, and now go back and ace it. So love that. Jamal said, trade towards Blaze. Here we go. Not going to happen, man. Not going to happen. Finesse the Challenger. There's a lot of emojis in here. That Elite is sick, though. I got to see what this is. I don't know what that Elite is. Ride and wrenching. Why would you want that? Here we go. Yo, don't start him up. Don't start him up with the Indian thing. That's why I got off of it. Lachlan, is that how you pronounce it? Jackson, thank you for your service to the global motorcycle community. Your lessons have certainly saved lives all over the world. And he's from Australia. My pleasure, man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it just jumped on me again, guys. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, why would you want that? Hey, Bill, where you at in Pennsylvania? Okay, he's talking to Bill. Stephen Brown said, my Roadmaster also has a trickle charger on the fairing. See, yeah. Don't get me started, man. See, it's not your fault. I'm sure you typed it after I said what I said. Grimet said, probably hurt that guy's hips too. Yeah, he probably just wanted to get, a bike that's... I'm going to talk to you guys about that too in the video, so I don't want to give it away here. Finesse said, I watch the content. I know you do, man. I'm just messing with you. Frank Brown said, bikes are like significant others. We all have a preference. That's right. JT, what's going on, man? JT said, I used your preload today riding with Finesse. I am the boss. Yes, you are. I forget what practice session JT was in, but yeah, he was good right from the start, man. So he hasn't been back to a practice session yet, but the man's working, man. He's working, running a business. I give him that excuse once. I'm not going to keep giving it to him. He's right here with Finesse. Like he said Finesse, him and Finesse were riding today. My phone didn't ring. Let me check it. I don't think I have any messages for you guys. Guys, let me give you a perfect example. Hold on. I want to give you a perfect example, and then I'll leave this alone, of this whole road glide thing. If I open up my phone, that's the first thing I see. That's the screensaver on my lock screen. That road glide looks beautiful in that picture. Beautiful, right? But I'll look at it on Tuesday or Thursday, and that doesn't look good to me anymore. It's an angles thing with that motorcycle. It's crazy. Now, that's the ST model. It's got a smaller front fender, but I know it's not about that. It's definitely not about that. And, this is more about, I like the way this whole picture looks. I love the way this picture looks. I love the lean. I love when my head and eyes are looking. I'm looking through the turn, and I'm right at the lean level of this motorcycle. So it's a good picture. That's why it's on there. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get back to this. Uh-oh, jumped on me again. Okay, here we go. Marshall said, I've made the trip from southeast Pennsylvania twice to Pula. It's just over 700 miles. Yeah, he's a beast. He came down here. He did the practice session, rode back. He's a beast. He is a beast. Finesse the challenge to send me text messages. I'm just messing with you, man. Ross says, with the price of gas, is it still a good idea to preload it and keep it loaded? Yes, it is a good idea because it comes with the territory, right? It comes with the territory. All right, we got to do what we got to do. Julian said, hello, what's going on? Hey, Julian, what's going on, brother? Julian, I'm going to see Julian soon. All right, Julian's out of Chicago. All right, good brother there, good brother. Bill Howard, thanks, buddy. I'll send the bucks. Keep it rolling, bro. Doing awesome. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate you, brother. Another V.I.Preloader. I want to camp. Robert, thank you so much for all you do. My pleasure. Thank you for being a V.I.Preloader. Greg M. Hey, Robert. Canton, Ohio here. Uh-oh. I practice every time I go to Walmart on my Ultra. That's what I like to hear, brother. That's what I like to hear. Keep it up. Julian, Chicago in the house. Yep, I already let him know. Chicago's in the house. Raider World, what's up, everyone? Jeremy Hanford, oh, yeah. Tucson, Arizona. We have some good riding roads. Yeah, and I was out there. I rode on some of them. At least I know I can say that. Bill, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Bill Howard. Thank you, man. Now that jumped my whole screen down, but that's good, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. All right, hold on. Didn't jump me too bad. Okay. Joe Gathers, I got to get with the program on your live chat. I don't know when you come on. So when I do a live chat for V.I.Preloaders only, that's still in beta. So the notification goes out through the community post. And if you miss that, you know, it's like tucked in. Whereas if I do one for everybody, even though some people still miss that, it's all about notifications. Ryan and Richardson, I didn't get a notification this time. Yeah, it's, you know. And actually, when I started, you should get a notification. I sent the community post out yesterday announcing that I was going to be doing a live video today for everyone at 7 p.m. So, you know, who knows with these things? Who knows? Greg says, please come to Southern Cal, brother. Oh, I wish I could, man. I mean, if we can make that make sense, I absolutely would. You know, like I said, if somebody's got a crap load of cones, I think for my practice session, I use about 100 and something cones, I think. And they got a motorcycle for me. I don't even need a motorcycle, really. I think people like to see me do the demonstration, so I do want a motorcycle, but I don't really need one, right? But I'm sure somebody would let me use theirs. You know, people are nice like that, and I appreciate that. Please come. I'm not going to say no, man, because I definitely want to do it, but it's got to make sense at the end of the day. Mark, Canton, Ohio in the house. All right. That's, you know, Ohio, I feel like it's going to happen, right? Maurice said, I pulled into a Harley dealership and started doing slow speed figure eights and dropped the bike. Hey, so here's what I'll say. If you pull into a Harley Davidson dealership and you start doing some slow speed maneuvers, you're still in a controlled environment. So people tell me all the time, oh, I've never dropped my bike. All right. You guys already know how I feel about that. I've dropped my bike multiple times. And if I'm ever recording, it's always going to be in the video. But I have never dropped my bike on a public road. It's always been while I'm practicing. And that's why I want you guys to practice. That's not to say that if you practice, you're never going to drop your bike on a public road, but we're always working with odds, guys. It's going to lessen the odds that happens. Because a lot of these drops that happen out there, they happen from sometimes mental lapses, mistakes, but a lot of times it's lack of skill. Like if we do something, if we knew better, we wouldn't have done it, right? And a lot of times it's that front brake. That's something I harp on. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, no, hold on. Before I get to that, hold on. All right, Ali Clark says, hey, boss, love your channel. Love my T-shirt. What's ever become of Preloader Pam? It's a good question. I speak to her boyfriend not too long ago. He actually came by the house, so they're doing fine. But, you know, I think when it comes to one thing I'm a realist about is when it comes to these practice sessions, I think they have to maybe an hour to get here from where they're coming from. If you come in and you do a bunch of practice sessions and you get it under your belt, it's like, all right, I'm good now. I'll just do it on my own. I don't expect people to keep coming back and keep coming back. Some people will, because for a lot of people, this is just fun. And it's about practicing and getting better and maintaining what we have, even if we don't get any better, but we maintain where we are. But it's also about the camaraderie. We're a family. I love when you guys come out. I love seeing you guys. And that's why after a practice session, sometimes I'm dog tired. I'm like, hey, you guys want to take a ride to Harley Davidson? We take a ride to Harley Davidson. Sometimes we go get a bite to eat. Because it's like I don't want you to just leave, but some people have to. So understood. Okay. Pete Shaw said, oh, and Ali, thank you for the support with the t-shirt. I appreciate that. Pete said, if you ever do a practice session in Charlotte on a weekend, I'm there. Put me on the list. Thanks, Rob, for all you do. My pleasure. And it might happen in Charlotte. We'll see. I just know it. I wanted to be in North Carolina somewhere. Stephen Brown said, Stephen Brown, come ride the Canadian. Here we go. Lots of preloaders, great seafood. I don't eat seafood. Scenery and people comfortable during the. So I do want to do Canada. I'm not going to lie. I've had a bunch of Canadians. Well, first of all, I had a bunch of Canadians say when the borders were open, they were coming here. So I think what I'm going to do is once I get just one Canadian to come here. I did meet a Canadian at Bike Week in Daytona, but once I get one Canadian to come here and do a practice session, then I'm going to start thinking about coming to Canada and doing a practice session. But again, it's got to make sense. I can't come to Canada and have 4 people there. Right? I know you guys understand that. Well, I guess I could, but guess what 4 people are going to be paying for it? So, we don't want to do that. All right. The World of John said, hello from Nashville. Thanks for all you do. My pleasure. Thank you. Just jumped on me, guys. Hold on. Mark said, addicted to slow speed expertise. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Mark, man. Appreciate you. Marshall said, what year is what? Oh, he's talking to Stephen. Okay. Stephen said, we have a short riding season, therefore your exercises are even more beneficial to me as a preloader. Awesome. And that's the thing I do love about this too. Somebody sent me a message saying, wait a minute. You say the name of your channel is Robert Simmons Paying It Forward. He said, but you charge people to come practice with you. How are you paying it forward? And all I can say to that person was, all of the practice sessions that I do on YouTube are free to the world. And it's not like here's 10 minutes of it, now go buy my video. The whole thing is right there in perpetuity. So that's how I pay it forward. And how people that want to show their support for me pay back into me. Because at the end of the day, I said to myself, look at this. This is typical Americans. Like something is owed to you, right? Like anything that anybody gives to you is owed to you, right? So how people give back to me is they say, hey, I do want to come practice with you. $5 a month, and I can come to as many practice sessions as I want out there in Pula. That's a no-brainer. But again, I say this all the time, V.I.Preloaders, for some of them, it's about they want to come out and practice with me. For some of them, they just want to support because they appreciate what I'm doing. So, and that, it is what it is. Clearly, I have V.I.Preloaders in Germany. They're not coming to a practice session often, or in Canada. They're not coming to practice sessions every week. It's about the support, and I appreciate it. That's as simple as that. And of course, I answered that guy because you guys know I don't answer negative comments, but I didn't consider that negative. That's somebody that probably just needed to hear what I had to say based on, because he didn't know. And now he knows. Now, if after that he came back with, that's it. All right, that's when I got to go delete. Let's see. Where are we? Jamal James. Most live feed viewers come and go, but your viewers stayed and listened. Sorry for the typos. Oh, thank you, Jamal. I appreciate you, brother. Just jumped on me again. But thanks to Bill Howard's super chat or super sticker, I don't know which one it is. At least it gives me a reference to where I was. The World of John. I love my Road Glide CVO. As you should. Grimmett pronunciation was on my last super chat, Robert. Marshall, hey, when you go, When can you go 80 miles per hour on the freeway and get 40 miles per gallon? That's a pretty good deal to come down and back. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Andy said, okay, talk to you later. I'm out to practice. Love to hear that, Andy. And he's serious too. Andy don't play around. That man is practice, practice, practice. Bill said you owe me a penny. What the hell? Darren Wittenberg. Hello from just north of Nashville. What's going on, Darren? Pleasure to have you guys here. The Honorable One. All right, guys, I'm getting down to the bottom. Hey, Rob, do you have a concrete date when you're coming back to Jersey? I know you said sometime in September, but do you have a date yet? I do, and I've actually announced it. All right, September 3rd. Now that one, Jersey. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't believe I didn't mention that. Jersey is already concrete. It's already confirmed. September 3rd, I'm doing a practice session in the same location, Grace Bible Church, 9 a.m., September 3rd. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Who asked me this question? The Honorable One. Send me an email tonight, like now, if you want to get on that list, because that list already has 8 people on it, right? And the reason I announced it, yes, but the majority of those people were in the first one. And right at the end of the first one, they said, put me on the list for the second one. All right, so that's already done. In Maryland, I'm shooting for September 4th, and I'm optimistic that it's going to happen. That's already in the works. Nothing concrete yet. Again, that will be at the same location, Seventh-day Adventist Church, in that beautiful parking lot. Again, that's September 4th. Not concrete yet, but if you're interested, send me an email to get on that list. Do not drag your feet. Now, I will say, people that were on the reserve list actually got to come to this because people that had reservations at the last minute, for whatever reason, they had to cancel out. All right. And in Jersey, the weather made a lot of people cancel. Okay. All right. So keep that in mind. Bill Howard said, never drop mine either. Blessed. All right. Sand Trap 9. What's going on? That's another Sandy. Hey, Robert. Glad here. CUA. I know what he means. See you in Knoxville. I can't wait to see you, brother. Are your sons coming with you? Let's see. Pete Shore said, have you seen Security Bill? Security Bill stopped by once at the practice session in his F-150. And I said, Bill, where you been, man? He was like, hey, I just been busy, So Bill, last I checked, Bill is okay. He's fine. But I told him people were asking about him. Bill, at a certain point, Bill was like Ed McMahon on the Tonight Show. Joe 305F. I try to see you in July after I come back from the King of South. Okay, sounds good, Joe. Looking forward to it. Thank you for being a V.I.Preloader. Frank Brown, much love. Have to go. Preload and keep it loaded. See you in Knoxville. 10-4, brother. Bill Howard said, love you, Mr. Rob. Thanks for paying it forward. Thank you, Bill. Thank you for being a V.I.Preloader. Latchland Jackson, not sure I will ever make it to Pula from Australia, but I want to remain a preloader nonetheless. Shout out to your lovely wife who works so hard for Preloader Nation as well. All right. Man, I so appreciate that and appreciate you. And definitely an asset to Preloader Nation, as you all are, all the way from Australia. And that's another place I have to visit. Maybe not for a practice session, but it's just beautiful there. So I definitely want to go there. John Weaver said, hello from Mobile, Alabama. What's going on, John? Alabama's not far from me. I've actually had a couple of V.I.Preloaders that came here from Alabama for a private lesson. So I'm just saying. Julian was practicing today and my back brake just stopped working. Any ideas that caused that? Yeah, you too much rear brake, man. Remember, you got to be very easy on that rear brake. Very easy, right? Delicate, right? The friction zone is what's controlling your speed mostly. But at the end of the day, it also depends on how long you were practicing. We got to take breaks here and there. But not a big deal. That happens. That used to happen to me in wheel school, but that's when I was real heavy on that rear brake. All right. Wolfpack said, you made me a better rider just by your free videos you offer on YouTube. So for that, I thank you, brother. My pleasure, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for the words. Keep it up, man. Ryan and Richard says, Julian, what do you mean stop working? Oh, he's asking about your rear brake. Yeah, that's happened to me too. It's like it gets glazed over. You know, it's like I press it, nothing happens. It happens. Okay. Joe Go. What's going on, Joe? Hey, Robert. Can't wait for this weekend. Leaving tomorrow, 7 a.m. Sorry I'm late. You're never late, man. You're never late. I'm glad I'm on here longer than I planned on being on here. And guys, whenever I say I'm going to be short, I'm doing that for your benefit. You know, I don't get to do this a lot with you guys, so I can do this all night. I don't have to work tomorrow. I have an HOA meeting. All right, you guys know I'm the president of my HOA, but that's not until 1,800 hours. So I got to cut my grass tomorrow, which I was going to do today, but it rained, and I don't like putting my lawnmower on my ground. The grass is dry, but the ground gets softer. My lawnmower is heavy. I don't want to, you guys get it. Eddie said proper speed. Eddie said proper speed, handlebar, turn, and lean makes a good U-turn. Country roads, that's right, baby. 24 feet. 24 feet. Oh, it's Glenn. Sand trap. I'm sorry. I saw sand and thought it was Sandy. It's Glenn. What's going on, Glenn? Grimmett said, sad thing about Super Chat. YouTube takes a huge percentage. They do? I didn't even know that. Wow. Well, you know what, guys? Listen, if that's something you want to get around, you can always send donations. If you go to my description section, I got something in there. You can do it through there's a PayPal app in there. There's with a Zelle, Venmo, Cash App. You can do it in any of those ways. If you want to get around YouTube, I didn't know YouTube got a piece. I really didn't. But thanks for letting me know that. Street Glide Life from Idaho. Just want to say hi, Robert. Great content. Been watching for a long time. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Keep practicing. Keep spreading it. JT says I'll be back at the session with new bars. Oh, my God. And if nobody else needed new bars, it's you, JT. So I can't wait. Watch. Oh, my. It's going to feel so liberating. JT and Reggie. Reggie was practice session number 46. And he rides the Street Glide. He's from St. Louis, and yeah, he's in the process now of getting new bars, and he's definitely going to feel the benefit of that because he needs it too. Nothing to see here. Said, what up, reloaders? What's going on? Jason Mills, you're always in my mind when I ride my motorcycle. Preload and keep it loaded. And guys, you know what's so funny? Now I should know this, but I never imagined that stuff that I say would just be tattooed into people's brains. But I hear that all the time. People say, I'm getting ready to do something on my motorcycle. And I hear you saying, preload and keep it loaded. Some people say, I hear you yelling it. Because you hear me yelling it because I'm really just I need people to hear me over the sound of their motorcycles, which is the main thing I want them to be hearing, the sound of their motorcycles. I tell you guys that all the time. Most important thing, listen to that throttle. Jason Mills. Oh, I already read that. Mark said, love you. Got to go. Preload and keep it loaded. Love you too, brother. Thank you for everything, man. John Weaver said, you've said many times your technique works for all motorcycles. Can I practice on my Sportster and expect the skills I learned to transfer with me to my CVO Road Glide? I don't want to drop my bike. The answer is yes. But like anything else, for instance, there's another V.I.Preloader, 6-door 74. He normally rides Harley Davidson, I think Harley Davidson motorcycle. He's a motor officer. So he just recently switched over to a BMW motorcycle. And the first time he went to make a U-turn, it didn't feel right. So again, the techniques don't change, and that's what saves you. If you just keep in your mind, all I got to do is make sure I keep this throttle loaded. And when you go to do something, make sure that throttle doesn't drop. If the throttle doesn't drop, you won't drop, as long as you're in the friction zone enough, right? So that's another thing too. As long as you get accustomed and acclimated to your friction zone and where it engages and where to keep your hand, you're good. You're good. And remember, I'm never referring to doing stuff like 18-foot U-turns. Stuff. All of that stuff's not necessary, but you should be able to make a U-turn within 24 feet. That's a country road. As long as you can do that, you are golden. And yes, those skills are going to transfer to your Street Glide, your Road Glide. What did you say you had? You just put CVO. Yes, it'll transfer to it. No, I'm sorry, you didn't. That's C Glide. CVO Road Glide. Absolutely, it will transfer. All right, the rules don't change. It's simple as that. They don't. Maurice says rear brake probably got too hot. That's right. That's exactly what happened. Joe 305 says it's not good to cut wet grass. That's right. It's not good. But my grass was actually dry. It's just so hot here. It's like 90 degrees. It had time to dry, but I know my ground was still wet. Certain parts of my yard hold more water than others, so I'd rather just wait until tomorrow and give it some time to let the sun cook it a little bit tomorrow, and then I'll get out there and do what I got to do. My grass is coming together. There's still some spots I'm not too happy with, but okay. Nomad HC says, hello, everyone from New Jersey, 2011 FLHX. What's going on, Nomad? 47 said, when you do an 18-foot U-turn, are you at full lock? If I'm not, I'm just before it. It's not necessary to be a full lock, not on my motorcycles. Now, if I want to go less than 18 feet, then, and which is most of the time when I'm doing U-turns, I'm doing it a little bit less than 18 feet. Yes, I'm at full lock. Because again, when we do our U-turns in the 27-foot box, the goal is really for you to be at 24 feet, right? But even at 24 feet, when you make that U-turn, you don't have to lean excessively. You don't have to drag your boards. You don't have to turn the handlebars excessively. Nothing's excessive. The tighter your U-turn gets, the more excessive everything has to get. And the more margin for error increases, and the more the odds increase that something can happen as far as you dropping the bike. So that's why I try to get people into the habit of keeping it loaded, listening to their engine and getting accustomed to that. Because again, if that's all you're listening for and you're accustomed to always listening for that, doesn't matter how much you lean the motorcycle within its limits, it's going to stay up as long as your speed is correct, right? So, right, that's why we go over these things. I go over these things all the time because it becomes muscle memory. You don't have to think about it. And then certain situations, they're not even going to come up. And if they do, you're going to know what to do. Let's see. Pete Duvall said, I have taken your fundamental skills to heart. I try to practice my slow speed skills on a weekly basis. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And if you ride your bike in between those weekly practices, you practice then too. Like I said, it's a state of mind right before you pull out. Practice right turns from a left, right turns, from a stop to a left, to the right, whatever. Practice something. Slow roll as you're approaching a light, nothing excessive, but, always practicing this. If it's in your head that you're always practicing, trust me, all of that counts. Okay. Darren said, I definitely hear that same thing when I'm riding. Okay, good. Keep it loaded. And your powder dry. All right. Let's see. Joe Go, riding and wrenching, be ready for the beer and pizza. Man, please give this man his beer and pizza. How long have we been talking about this? A year? You could have actually found out what pizza shop is near him and ordered it and paid for it for him and sent it to his house. All right. Time to stand said, I've taken the police motorcycle course. People drop all day. Of course. But that's the place to do it, period. That's the place to do it. All right. And as long as you know why you dropped it, it's going to increase the odds that you don't drop it again for that same reason. But at the end of the day, we're human beings. I know what I need to do. Sometimes my hands don't do it. All right. I see emails coming in from people already for the practice sessions. So I'm talking about for Jersey and for Maryland. So guys, get them in. Okay. Wolfpack says, if you don't drop your bike, then you're not trying hard enough. There is some truth to that. 6-74 said, that is correct. Nothing changes. I was really looking forward to 6-74 being in the practice session in Tennessee, but he's not going to be able to be there. I had a lot of fun with him, especially knowing now that he's a motor officer. I didn't know that the last time. But that's always good. That's always fun. And it's fun for a lot of reasons. It's fun to ride with him, but it's also fun because, and he's also my Facebook group, Preload and Keep It Loaded. He is I don't know if I made him a moderator in that group yet. If I haven't, I have to, but he's also an expert in the group. So he helps people out all the time, gives advice, and, so I appreciate him for that. And he's good on his motorcycle. He's smooth like butter too. Everything about that man is smooth. The way he talks is smooth. The way he walks is smooth. The way he rides is smooth. This is a smooth brother. Okay. Sand Trap. Now that I know where the hell you are. Question. Can a U-turn be analyzed as either a U-turn left or right that's not exited until handlebars are turned straight. Why do I feel like I'm taking the lieutenant's exam again? And what I mean by that is any promotional exams that I took, every question I read 3 times. I want to make sure I'm understanding what the hell they're asking. And that's this question. Can a turn be analyzed as either can a U-turn be analyzed as either a turn left or right that's not exited until handlebars? I'm sorry, Glenn. I don't know what the hell you're asking me here. I'm sorry. Call me on the phone and ask me this question, man, because that's something I think we got to talk about. Joe Go said, Wolfpack, you're right. I've dropped mine plenty of times. Oh, yeah. Hold on. This thing has jumped on me again. My Yankees 1-0. My Yankees are killing it this year. Killing it. Where's all my hats? Oh, anyway. I'm going to hold you guys up. Let me read this. Okay. Pete said, made my first U-turn with my wife on the bike with me. That's what I'm talking about. She was impressed, and I was even more impressed with myself. Would have never tried that without your videos and a lot of practice. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Because at the end of the day, yes, this is always huge when we're doing this stuff. Always. But Pete, with his bride on the back of the bike, when he feels confident enough to do it with her on the back of the bike, that's number one. But number two, she notices it. That's what's up, man. And she told him, which is always important, man. We need to hear that. And that's going to motivate us to keep doing what we're doing. Of course, first and foremost, we want to make sure she's safe. But the fact that she noticed it and she was impressed by it. We always want to impress our brides. I say that all the time. But he was even double impressed by his U-turn. That's how, bing! That's what makes your confidence do that. It just keeps going like that. And at a certain point, it'll stay here. And that's fine. That's all we need. But we can't have it here. Because that's when you're nervous to do everything. And then that's why riding a motorcycle is not as much fun. Because half the ride, you're terrorized out there. Not terrorized, you're terrified. So good for you, Pete. Thanks for sharing that. Thomas Campbell. Yo, Rob, I have learned so much by watching your videos. Thanks so much, bro. I had a friend say it seems like I've been riding for years and it's been less than a year. I ride a 21 Road Glide. And here's what's so significant about that, Tom. This is why I ask everybody, how long have you been riding a motorcycle? How long have you been practicing slow speed? Because it's so important that we make people understand that the amount of time that you've been riding a motorcycle, it's irrelevant when it comes to actually knowing how to ride it, right? That's why I always say seat time doesn't equal practice time. I know if I say things over and over, people think it's cliche, but it's so factual, right? And you'll have somebody that's been riding a very short amount of time, and they can ride circles around somebody that's been riding decades. I mean, decades. And man, I put the miles on. Just don't make me slow down, right? And this is another reason why I love Wood Jr. and respect that man. Yeah, he's a great guy. Again, this Wood Jr., for those of you guys that don't know, he's also a content creator. He's got a YouTube channel. Check out his channel, just positivity and awesome stuff. But I remember when Wood Jr., and that's how I met him through YouTube, he had 3 cones, and he put those 3 cones up, and he titled that video something like what not to do when you're trying to be a good rider, or something like that. I remember him going through the 3 cones, both his feet on the highway pegs. And those cones must have been 30 feet apart. And he was just making it, right? You watch him ride his motorcycle now. I remember him backing his motorcycle out of his driveway and going in between his 2 cars that are parked there. Now he has to do exercise number 4 to pull out. And I remember him going, ah, ah. But this is what I mean when I say, in his mind, he said, I'm going to practice this. Just by every time to get his bike out, he had to do it. He didn't have to do it that way, but he said, I'm going to practice it. So my point is watching him evolve into the type of rider he is now. And again, he ain't out there dragging his floorboards and stuff. But my point is that's not what this is about. I say that all the time. But his confidence as a motorcycle rider going slow is much higher. He's a much better motorcycle rider. So when he puts his queen on the back of his motorcycle, which he does every Sunday, There's no worry about, uh-oh, he ain't stopping the motorcycle out of control, right? And on top of that, does he like to ride fast at times? Of course he does. Now, when he talks about I'm a ride my motor, I'm a rider. Are you a rider? That's what he says. Putting the miles on his motorcycle. See, he's a well-rounded motorcycle rider now because nobody can say to him, all right, yeah, you rode 1,500 miles in 22 hours, but can you make a 24-foot U-turn? The answer is yes. And that's what this is all about, being a well-rounded motorcycle rider. Shout out, Will Jr. Okay, Mike said, oh, he's talking to Mike. Okay. Get so much slow ride practice in this Philly traffic. Yeah, man. Maurice put ABP, always be practicing. I like that acronym. ABP, always be practicing. Oh, man, it just jumped on me. Hold on, guys. I'm still getting emails. Hold on. ABP, Joe. I'll shoot you a message. Okay. K-Man. Hey, Robert. Yeah. I was waiting for the Maryland session announcement. Okay. Send me the email, man. Send me the email. Get you in there. Mike said, I only dropped my bike when I'm at Rob's practice session. LOL. And you did great, man. Mike is another guy, so humble out there. As a matter of fact, at the beginning of that practice session, I asked everybody, is anyone nervous? And there's Mike raising his hand. He was like, hey, I'm just being honest. And I'm still annoyed we didn't take a picture. We had Paul Harper out there. That was the perfect opportunity for us to all take a picture together. And sometimes I get so excited to see you guys. Like I tell my wife all the time, and she says, I'll remind you. But I always say at the practice sessions, I want to take a group picture of everybody. And then I can put it on Instagram and Facebook. And I always forget because I just want to talk to them and get started. And you guys don't know. I get it. When I wake up, I'm like, you guys know I get it. If you get it at 5:30 in the morning, I'm a night person, but I'm excited. So it's easy for me to wake up and go out there, set up the cones. Sometimes I'm dragging my butt, but once it starts, I hear motorcycles coming in the distance. I love it, man. I love it. Okay. All right, guys, I'm getting down to the end. As soon as I think that, more come. Time to stand says LOL. It's not if, it's when you drop. That's right. Two kinds of motorcycle riders. Well, that's what I used to say. Motorcycle riders that haven't dropped their motorcycles and motorcycle riders that haven't dropped their motorcycles yet. Now I say it's two kinds of riders. There's regular riders and there's preloaders. Period. Because that covers everything. Tom Fillmore. What's going on, Tom? Great live chat, Robert. Thanks for your advice. You have helped me be a better rider. Thanks so much. My pleasure, Tom. And thank you. Tom's been a preloader for a good amount of time. So I appreciate you, Tom. 6-74. Wolfpack. No. Oh, man, the screen just jumped on me again. Hold on. 6-74 said, damn, now you're making me think about sticking around. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Still got openings. K-Man 443. I want to ride in the Columbia session again. I was the guy on the big red Yamaha. Also, police motor train. Yes, folks, you will drop your bike. It's part of learning. That's right. That's right. It's like a pitcher saying, it's like a batter saying, I'm never going to strike out. It's going to happen. Oh, okay. I'll ask you a Knoxville. All right, Glenn. 6-74. That's in New York. What? That's the New York in a smooth. All right. Yeah, all right. I'll give you that. K-Man said, practice. It's how you get there and maintain when you do. And that's true for everything. It's true for everything. Everything doesn't give us the pucker effect. And that's why this one is so, it's on the radar. It's everybody's talking about it because, yeah, it's dangerous when you don't know what you're doing with something like this. Jay said, what's the dimensions for your turn required for the Georgia test? No clue. I have no clue. I've never taken the test out in Georgia. I remember I did a poll asking people, did they want me to go through the MSF course? The people down at MSF told me, dude, you don't want to do that. You're going to want to shoot yourself in the face when because you got to go through the whole thing. So that's not worth my time, really. But what I do tell people is, you come to Preloader Nation, you watch these videos, watch these practice sessions, and the stuff in between, and you go out there and you practice and apply it, and just you have to watch the stuff too, because I always say we all learn differently. Some of us learn best by listening. Some of us learn best by seeing, hearing. That's why follow the leader is something I started doing too, because there's some people that struggle all day, and once we start doing follow the leader, it all comes together for them. So we all learn differently. Uh-oh, hold on. This thing jumped on me again. So no, I'm sorry, Jay, I don't know the dimensions. Line I said, if you get the clutch and throttle and breakdown, what helps with the lean issues more? Exercise number 3 or slow weaves? So if you get the clutch, throttle, and the breakdown, what helps with the lean is exercise number 3. Yes, you need to trust and believe, right? And yes, the single serpentine exercise number 5, because like you guys know, from the warm-up all the way into exercise number 4, none of those exercises require you to lean the motorcycle. And I don't want you to lean the motorcycle in any of those exercises. But once we get to the single serpentine, yes, that's when I want you to lean, dip, dive. And when people are not comfortable, that's when you see them going through the single serpentine like this, straight up. And that's why I tell them to go out wide. Going out wide is going to force you, ideally, to lean the motorcycle. So, yeah, and it happens all of the time. You can see the video I have coming out now. Let me see what that video is, too. I think it's about 3 hours, and I did it in 4K. So, yeah, that takes forever. But there's a female in this group, and she's doing very well in the left turn. And once we got to the right turns, yeah, you can see it all the time when people start to turn the motorcycle. As soon as they feel, they don't like how that feels, and they straighten up a little bit. And that's why the U-turn gets wider. So you just have to be able to associate that feeling with that. So the good thing is with a U-turn, you don't even have to worry about that, because what I tell people is put your throttle where you want it and keep it there. Preload and keep it loaded. This is on the approach to that U-turn. Keep it there. Whatever it sounds like, that's how it's going to sound approaching that U-turn and throughout it. And wherever you are in the friction zone, keep it there. Now, as long as you're in the friction zone and it's keeping you between 7 and 10 miles per hour, you're good, right? At that point, now all you have to do is apply lean, right? Lean the motorcycle. We already know it's not going to fool you. You're providing power to the rear wheel. You don't even have to worry about changing this. Just keep it where it is, right? And if you feel yourself going too fast, use a little bit of the rear brake. We're not doing a 360. We can add that in. All that is a U-turn and holding it. Just do that. Be comfortable leaning the motorcycle. Not a lot, but enough, right? 27 feet, 3 parking spaces. You shouldn't be line to line for long periods of time, meaning you've been practicing this for months and you're still line to line. You shouldn't still be line to line. It means you're not pushing yourself. You're going too fast. You're not leaning enough. You're not turning the handlebars enough. That's all it boils down to. Okay. K-Man said, Wood Jr. got tons of energy. Yes, he does. And the only time that energy is dialed down is at the end of a butt burner. That's it. The only time I've seen it dialed down. And I'm not just talking about it on video, guys. K-Man said, stay in the practice frame of mind. And it's easy. That's right. You have to be in the proper frame of mind that you're going to be practicing, practice. JT said, much love, Rob. See you later. All right, brother. Take care. ABP. See, it's already started. It's already caught on. Always be practicing ABP. Wolfpack said, I need some good drop guards that won't break the bank. Any suggestions? Maybe I could make some. What kind of motorcycle are you riding, Wolfpack? That's the first thing we got to think. 6-door-74. What happened? All right. Welcome to V.I.Preloaders. Oh, man, thanks. That's cool. I never saw that before. I don't even know how you did that, but thanks. John Whitaker. What is the scoop with going 0 miles per hour? Just balance, Rob? That is an excellent question, guys. Now, I have answered that on a couple of my practice session videos. But all that is, excellent question. All that is exercise number 3. That's all that is. All I'm doing is, it is balance. Yes, obviously it is. That's why you'll never see me doing that with the handlebar straight. And that's why people that have this phobia of turning the handlebars, I always tell them, your motorcycle actually balances best with the handlebars turn when you're going slow. But handlebars turn, and all I'm doing is I'm balancing the motorcycle. And if I feel it getting ready to fall even a little bit, I open up the clutch a little bit. and it makes it stand up, and then I rear brake, and I'm doing them almost at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. So even if you can't see it, the motorcycle's going like this. That's why I tell people all the time, if you want your motorcycle to stay up, you don't need speed, you just need power, and not a lot, right? In those instances, I'm doing exercise number 3. As soon as I feel it, boom, rear brake, up, rear brake, up, rear brake. Or I'm not even, or a lot of the times, because again, I don't want to be messing with a bunch of stuff. A lot of the times, I might have the motorcycle, you always hear it preloaded the whole time. And that way, if I need the power, I might be in the friction zone and holding it with the brake. Because I'm barely moving, not a big deal. You don't want to do that for long periods of time either. But sometimes I can just keep letting my foot on and off the brake, on and off. But again, very easy, very easy. When you start doing stuff like that, yeah. All right, don't get me started, guys. We'll be sitting here doing a practice session. Joker said, I'm taking Mike's Pro Rider Columbus course in September. Can't wait. I'm looking forward to seeing that video. I know it's not going to be the whole course, but I'm looking forward to seeing any part of it. Because I already told Mike, well, Mike and I talked about that as far as recording. Okay, 6door74 said, upgraded my card, got my badge back. Oh, okay. Thanks, brother. That's what that is. Okay. Matt Florence, do you have any plans to come to North Carolina for a practice? Yeah, I spoke about that earlier in this live video. So once this is all said and done, you can go back and you can watch this whole thing. But the short answer is I'm planning on it. We'll see if it happens. It all depends on somebody in North Carolina getting a location for this to happen, a legitimate location. Uncle Dave said, thanks for all the work you put into Preloader Nation. My pleasure, Uncle Dave. Thank you for being a subscriber. Okay, hold on. Jumped on me again. Hold on. Okay. Chogo, thanks, brother. Okay. Rich said, hi, Robert. I took the ride like a pro class, and your videos are much more exciting and challenging. Hope to see you at a preloader course. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a lot. Joe Go. Oh, he's talking to Mike. Nick says, gotta go, Rob. Great session, great live session. Can't wait to meet you on Saturday. I can't wait to meet you too, brother. And good luck on the raffle. Because if you're gonna meet me, obviously, I'm assuming you're gonna put your name in the hat, so to speak. Joseph said, all right, I made it tonight. Hey, welcome, Joseph. Nick put session. I know what you meant, man. Derek, Allison, good evening, Robert. Good evening, man. You and Nick, yeah, Joseph, thank you guys for being VI preloaders. Marshall, I keep practicing the 0 miles per hour at the stop signs on my way home in town. That's cool. You know, my goal is whenever I'm approaching a light, my goal is to never have to put my foot down. So I start slowing down way in advance. Marshall said, there's like 4 one way and 7 another way. Okay, good. Okay, I'm coming to the end, guys. John says, awesome. Thanks, Robert. That's where I went wrong. Handlebars were straight in my case. Wolfpack, I ride a 2014 Road King. Like I always say, if you're going to ride the road, better to be the king, baby. That's right. Okay, so if you ride a Road King, of course, I'm going to suggest motorcycle drop guards. However, there's another product you can get it on Amazon. They're called drop guard. They're called Pro Guards. And they're hard plastic. So there's no need for you to make anything. I think they're like $30. You can put them on, take them off. Now, what I find is putting them on and taking them off, of course, that kind of loosens them a little bit. So to make sure that when they hit, they stay where they are, I would throw a zip tie on them as well. But that's all you need. Stephen said, I ride 2 up. Steven said, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name. I ride 2 up with my wife. Preloader fundamentals have been critical to have a safe and enjoyable ride. Absolutely. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Good point, Steve. Came and said, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia. Next practice session in London. LOL, who knows? And lastly, Marshall said, I agree. I try not to put my foot down at the lights too. Slow ride up to them, the people behind me. probably like, what the F? No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people are probably looking at this like, look at this. Look at this. All right, guys. I went through all the messages. This went longer than I thought it would, but I love every minute of it. So I appreciate you guys. I want you to enjoy the rest of your, what day is it? Your Wednesday night. Grimace said, I think I'm going to see if I can 3D print some drop guards. Wonder if that would work. All right, guys. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. I'm going to go get something to eat. And check this video to see where it is as far as the upload to YouTube. And then once that happens, it should be out tomorrow, guys. So look out for practice session number 47 tomorrow. I got some good stuff in that one. And also a big, big announcement, big to me, regarding my right-hand turns. You guys know I've said for the longest, my right turns are always going to be more challenging for me than my left turns. Watch this practice session number 47. I'm going to say something about this. And for me, it's huge. All right, guys. So enjoy your night. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Above and beyond all of you guys. Big up to all of you guys that gave me a monetary donation. I highly, highly appreciate it. And as always, guys, I say it all the time. Seat time doesn't equal practice time, guys. So make sure you get out there and practice, practice, practice. And it's a state of mind, guys. That's it. All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other.